Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Watch Pals. My name's Chris. This week we watched Titane. But first, let's meet the panel of pals in ascending order. Brian's here. Brian, how you doing?
Titane.
Jordan's here. Hi, Jordan.
Wait, hold on, wait. Dude.
Hold on. I'm not ready to say hello.
Hold on. Hey there, friends and lovers.
Wow.
Chris, remember that?
Titane.
Jeff is here. Jeff, how you doing?
I'm fucking fantastic. Let's go.
Great. Thank you for being here. This week, Jeff brought us the movie Titane, which I can't wait to talk about because I am quite angry and excited and turned on and angry.
Yeah. So we just figured out it's pronounced Titane. I guess I pronounced it Titane because that's what it looks like, but it's a French movie, right?
Yeah.
Foreign film. So
why'd you pick this, Jeff?
Okay, so I was having a conversation with my cousin Clay, and he and I were talking about movies and stuff, and I told him that, hey, I'm doing a podcast, and when I mentioned that, we were also talking about the movie The Substance and how much both of us liked that movie. And then when I brought that up, he said, have you seen Titane or Titane, as we now know it is correctly pronounced?
Both body horror movies.
Yeah. And I said no, and he said just watch it. He didn't really give me much to go off of.
Well, he hates us then, apparently. But
well, he didn't say to watch it on this. He was like, "Uh-oh, you're watching on this." Okay, he's like, "Send me the episode." So I will say, after watching it, regardless of what you think of the film, I think it'll make for a good podcast. So
do you know of any other French films that are good, or is the French movie industry considered good, compared to
it's very artsy and abstract, a lot of that stuff.
Okay.
One of the most famous ones is
Papillon?
What?
Papillon. There's a movie I watched in high school. Mr. had us watch it, and it's about these guys escaping jail. It was really good. That's the only French film I've ever seen.
Okay.
I don't know. I was gonna ask a question when you think of foreign films, what movies come to mind?
Okay.
Which ones come to your when I say, oh, we're gonna watch a foreign film, what do you think?
Oh,
what are you thinking
Seven
of? What
Samurai.
Movies? Okay.
Brian
Go
Kurosawa movies. Yeah, I would say that. I would say there's some, like you said, there's French movies. There's this crazy 60s movie called Playtime that has insane sets and just crazy visuals. But that's another one that comes to mind. But yeah, that's pretty much Kurosawa films. I'd say Japanese cinema is what comes to mind first.
Oh, that's an interesting answer. What about you? What about you, Chris?
I just mentioned, Papillon is a movie from 1973, and it's probably the only old movie that I like that early, and not. It's just I guess it's a weird artsy film, but actually Dustin Hoffman's in it, which I just remembered.
Oh, yeah,
but it's
Steve
a French
McQueen
film
too, right?
Oh,
Steve McQueen,
yeah,
Dustin
you're right.
Hoffman.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a French film, and it takes place it's a French prison break movie, and they redid it in 2017. Apparently, I just found out, but no, I really like this movie. Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to put the remake on the Watch Pals.
Not a French film, but The French Connection is also a great
French-related
film.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you know what? I
one
really
of the best
like French
car
fries.
scene chases.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is that the one with the Mini Coopers?
No, that's Italian Job.
That's the Italian
job. Then you got Bullet with Steve McQueen that was just in Papillon, like you mentioned. But then French Connection had Gene Hackman, who we just actually lost recently. So there you go.
Well, yep.
Jordan, what about you?
Anyways, yeah.
So,
what was the question? Sorry.
Oh.
What do you think of a foreign film?
Yeah, when someone says foreign film, what do you think of? What kind of movies come to mind?
House, which we watched.
Oh, yep. All right.
Parasite, which I liked a lot.
You know what? I haven't seen that one, and everyone they won all these awards and stuff. I feel like it got spoiled for me, but whatever.
Yeah,
it's still good.
Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Guillermo.
Yeah.
Really?
Guillermo del Toro, baby.
Yeah, but I mean, is it considered a foreign film even though it was
That
made
one is, yeah.
in a studio? Okay.
It's all like foreign language.
Okay.
That's definitely one for me. And for whatever reason, I think of I'm a big horror movie guy, and I always think of Let Me In. That's one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, Wreck. That would be a good one.
Wait,
Rack.
what's Let Me In?
So they remade it. That's the one about the little girl vampire. I don't want to spoil anything. We'll just leave it at that. But it's like, and she befriends like a little boy, and he's kind of like picked on and stuff, and they just become like really good friends, and like you slowly sort of find out that she's a vampire. It's really good, and they actually remade it with what Hit Girl? What's her name?
Oh yeah, that actress. I can't remember her name either.
Anyway, really famous actor. She was in the remake, and it was called Let the Right One In, I think. Unless I'm getting those names mixed up. But
no idea what the hell you're talking about.
I liked both of them, honestly, but I think the foreign one, the original one, has I think it's just a little better overall. It's less violent. The American one is more violent, which was cool, whatever. And then the foreign film is a little slower, but like I think that adds to builds like anticipation for things. And it's been a minute since I've watched it.
Speaking of anticipation, I'm talking about foreign films. My next pick, which I'm not going to announce, it's going to be for next season, is going to be a Lithuanian and Belgian film.
Oh,
yeah.
And speaking of that, is that what we're going to kick it off with? This is the final movie of season 2. So we got here again.
Yes, so look forward to next season, which we also have the finale coming up next. But before we do all that, let's get into the movie this week, Titane. And
all right.
Jeff, you can lead us through this garbage pile of a movie. Go ahead.
Wow.
Can I just say it's yet another pick by Brian and or Jeff in this term, where I started watching the movie and I was like, oh, I have to close the blinds because I don't want my neighbors thinking I'm like a weirdo.
Well, listen. To be fair, my cousin picked this one. All right, so
you made it. You picked it though.
Yeah, but I'm taking recommendations now, like you guys should be.
You're already out of
people
movies
on the street.
I've been taking recommendations. Hundreds of beavers.
I'm doing what the people want.
Okay, let's stop taking recommendations because God.
I'm doing what the people want. All right. All right. Anyways,
no one wanted this.
Yeah, it's true. He actually said,
"Not
I
even
can't
the
believe
French."
you're doing this. All right. So the movie opens and we have like a cool banjo song playing, and there's very close up shots of a car. We see a small girl in the back seat. She's kind of like making like vroom vroom sounds. And there's a man driving. You assume it's the dad. You know, we don't know who these people are. And he's kind of getting annoyed at hearing these vroom vroom sounds. And he turns the music up. She starts kicking the seat as he's driving. And he's obviously getting kind of, like, hey, what are you doing?
May I jump in real quick, Jeff?
Yes.
So I already didn't like this kid right off the bat.
I was just going to say that too.
And before before Jeff goes into what happens, I was like, I would tell that kid an unbuckled seatbelt and slam into something, and hope that kid dies because it was so.
Wow.
That kid was so annoying. I was like, I hope something bad happens to this kid, and I got
Jordan. That's every kid if they're your kid, man.
Man, Jordan hopes children die.
Not
there
if
you go,
give him
everyone.
like an iPad or
just
something.
this kid.
That's good. Just this kid. Yeah, very Babadook kid level. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yes.
Screamy Babadook.
At this point, I'm thinking it's something with it like an autism type of thing. The way she was acting. So I'm thinking like, oh, is this a movie about autism or goes into this whole person? Which I don't know what the hell this movie actually about.
We have zero information aside from what I just told everyone. So everyone's jumping to conclusions.
Right, but when you the first opening.
was
But
the
who
point,
likes
though.
getting kicked
That
in
was
the
the
back
point.
of the seat?
Right.
Nobody.
So anyway, yeah, she's kicking the seat and she unbuckles her belt and the guy turns around and like yells at her to buckle up. And as he does this, they crash. So it cuts right there and we immediately see the repercussions of her actions. She's got her head in like one of those stabilizing things. She's at the hospital. One of those things where it like, I don't know, it's like the metal thing.
Like a halo thing they call it.
Yeah. I don't know if it's not screws in your head, but they're like in there so you can't move. There's surgery. There's a giant scar on the side of her head, and she makes it out fine. We find out. She seems to like really like cars when she gets out of the hospital, and she goes up to this car and you kind of see it shot from inside the window, and she gives it a hug and then she gives it a kiss, and then we get the title Titane, or however you said it, however we say
Titane.
Titane. I'm going to just call it Titane.
Titane.
Yeah. Anyway, so after this, so right now it's just like, okay, annoying kid, got in an accident, has some kind of injury, looks kind of like this gnarly scar, and then we skip forward quite a bit, and we see this person, and it's very clear that it's the same person because they have the same scar. She's an adult now. She's at some sort of like car show with like strippers, I guess. I'm not really sure
it's like
what
a car
it is.
modeling thing, but it's like very sexual.
There's dudes like creeping, watching the girls like wash cars and like dance
car
on them.
show.
That's a long scene of her just dancing on the car too, which I thought was interesting.
It is, yeah. Well, at first you didn't realize she was gonna dance, but they're just like, but then they all do, and at this point I wrote she really likes cars because she's just.
Here's something that, you know, for me, I don't like when kids get hurt. Obviously, like no one does, but like for me, like especially
Jordan loves it. Jordan wants it.
This
dead.
Oddly enough,
like
yeah.
if a kid's gonna get hurt in a movie, I usually kind of like, okay, I'm done, turn it off. Like it just whatever. But then as I said in previous episodes, the one topic of that I hate in movies that I refuse to like I just turns me off right away is cars, like car culture. And I didn't know there was a huge car culture in France like this. Like it's crazy because I thought, you know, maybe I thought that was just an American thing, but like especially because like Cadillacs, like the cars that they're showing off are like you'd be considered more American, I guess. But I didn't know that France had a big car culture like this. So
Cars all over the world.
I will say something I left out. When they flash the logo up, you can see like the x-rays of her head in it, which I thought was neat. That was kind of cool. And then we cut to a shower scene. It's not sexual at all. It's just them being done for the day, all the women dancing, and they're showering, kind of talking, and we find out her name. Our main character, I guess we would call her the protagonist. I don't know. Maybe she's the antagonist, but Alexia is her name. She drops the soap. And, you know, which, haha, that's funny. But then as she bends down to get it, her hair gets caught in her friend's nipple piercing, which
they
is just
met.
like, I mean, I guess they just met.
I think they met like at this event.
Because she's like
Yeah.
talking to her and
Working.
she's like ignoring her.
They're like working together, this event,
Yeah.
whatever. It would be
So
like,
wait, here's what I don't understand about this. This seems like this seems like a common thing because she can get in and out of this area where they're showering, and it's like I guess like it's a big like hall, like a event center.
It looks like
It's like a common
airport
thing.
hangar kind of thing.
well, yeah, it seems like this is like something she does for a living because she has
Right.
fans and stuff, which we'll find out in a minute.
Right.
But also, what do you think the point is of the act, like the scar or like the whole accident?
You know what?
At this point,
I'm
why are you
not
like
100% sure.
at this point? What are you thinking? Like as far as the scar goes, like the scar and everything. What's the point of all that?
So just to jump on your point, dude. Interestingly enough, there was another film about this. I never watched it, but it's called Crash from 1997. And what it's basically about is people that are involved in auto accidents that have some kind of like sexual response to it.
What?
And so, yeah, it's a David Cronenberg movie. It has a cult following. Again, I never watched it because I read the plot summary. I was like, I'm good. But
You should look up what that. I bet there's like a term for that. You should ask Chris. You should ask your wife. She probably knows.
Yeah, he probably does actually.
She probably
Car
does.
sexia or something.
Car sexia.
sounds like just like a.
It's probably like
Futureland.
Titane or something like that.
Yeah.
Titane.
Whoa, we're jumping ahead here. We're jumping ahead.
But
guys.
yeah, there is
Come
this
on.
whole like fetishism. I can't get the word.
Fetishism.
There's a whole sandwich with extra fries with it, but no, people that like get into these accidents and then have some kind of sexual experience with the car. So
Oh, I never heard of that ever. Okay, all right. Okay,
Yeah, I'll try that next time I drive around.
I mean, it's not that
I
surprising.
mean, if you get
There's-
bored,
that's true. That is true.
there's a fetish for everything out there.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a subreddit. Go look it up, everybody.
Oh,
Hey,
there's
yeah,
a fetish
Google.
for subreddits.
God.
Sub fetish.
Sub fetish Reddit.
Sub fetish.
Reddish.
Okay.
With extra
anyway, Jesus. Anyway, she gets her hair stuck in a nipple. That's where we left off, and everyone was just
Nipple
like,
ring.
and a nipple ring, and she's like caught in it. Yeah, and they're like and then she just after like some struggling, she just like rips it, and the lady's like and I was just like So that's all we see of that. And we then see her walking to her car, and there's some creeper fan. He's kind of like following her, and we see her. There's like a wide shot. She's running to the car. He's kind of like running after her. She gets in the car, and he knocks on the window, and he says, "I just want an autograph." And she kind of like is like, like this kind of happens to her all the time. Rolls the window down, and is signing something for him. And he shoots his shot. He says, I think I'm in love with you. And then she rolls the window down more, and he kind of like forcefully kisses her. It's definitely not consensual there.
Oh yeah, he pushes in for sure. Yeah,
yeah, it's like not consensual. But then she starts kissing him back. And while this is happening, she has like a knitting needle or something, or like a chopstick in her hair that's like holding it up. Mm-hmm. And we see her pull it out, and she like stabs him in the side of the temple. And he
ear.
Inside the ear. Yeah, inside the ear, inside the side of his face, and he's like foaming at the mouth all over the place. It's actually pretty. Yeah. It's pretty gross, and she's just like tries to get him off of him. Get him off of her.
Not to interrupt, but like, would that actually happen? Like the foaming thing? I always wondered
it's a
that.
Seizure.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So it's just his brain that. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
that was a lot of foam.
Happens.
It was a lot of foam.
Frothy.
Yeah.
Very frothy.
I don't know if it'd be that much, but definitely that stuff's happened.
Okay. Fair enough.
Absolutely. Because he's not bleeding or anything, but it's your brain just like overload.
So he foams all over her. She gets out and like puts him in the trunk of the car, and then she realizes it's all over her. She gets disgusted and runs back in and takes another shower. She keeps that like chopstick knitting needle thing too with her. As she's showering, we hear like a big thud, and we see a mirror shake. It's like a huge thud. And the door's like being pounded against. She's completely naked at this, she was taking a shower, and she opens the door to see the car she was just dancing around there with its headlights on. So we are presuming that the car was knocking on the door here.
This is the most goddamn stupid scene I've ever seen in my entire life.
At this point, I was like, oh, this is going to be a weird cinematic fucking journey I'm about to go on here with this
like
whole
a trippy
scene.
kind of thing,
I thought like this was like something more like deeper. Like this was like, okay, she's obviously going crazy because of this thing in her head, this accident. And this she kills this guy, not realizing it. Like it's kind of like a reactional type of thing. But then this happens. It's like a total left field. I don't even know.
Yeah. Yep.
It didn't. Well, the way she was dancing on the car earlier, it didn't shock me. It made that turn, but the way they presented it, that was a little bit shocking.
Yeah, like basically the car knocks on the door where she's naked. She gets out, and then we see her get in the car naked, and then we see the car moving up and down. So like she's kind of like it's insinuating that she's
shot too. Yeah.
Well, right. Well, it's insinuating at first that she's having sex with the car, and then they just show her inside of the car. Like I don't know.
I originally thought it was eating her, or like there's like a fight going on. Until they show, clearly that's
some like Stephen King stuff. Yeah. Yeah, they're
Daddy
wrestling.
are hurting each other.
So basically she bangs the car.
Or the car bangs her.
Yeah.
Either way, something got penetrated.
Yeah.
But she's in the back seat. What's back there to penetrate?
I don't. Listen, you can't question it.
Wait.
What kind of car is this?
It's a Cadillac.
Cadillac, yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty big car.
I mean, we didn't get a Cadillac now, I think.
Side note, I watched this with my girlfriend in person.
Okay.
For those who don't know, we're in a long distance relationship. Not super long distance, like we see each other once a month. But
and she has a Cadillac that she rides up the seat.
No.
She lives in Canada. You guys don't know her.
God.
You wouldn't know her.
She had some funny one-liners for sure that I wrote down. She said, "Is this how Lightning McQueen was born?" I was like, "That's pretty good."
Okay, that is pretty good. As someone who watches that movie every other day, yeah.
Because
I have little kids.
What's his tagline? Kazao or something. Shebang.
Oh, like Lightning McQueen?
Ka-chow.
Yeah,
Ka-chow.
Yeah, that's it.
Real big whoopsie doodle there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
well, this is
whoopsie-doodle,
certainly,
right.
yeah, well, that car certainly
is this a
whoopsie
meet
doodle.
cute? Yeah.
It is a meat. You love meat cutes. Yeah, this is a meat cute, Chris.
Get that car inspected.
So where do you think they're going after this point? When you see this scene, what do you like? What's coming up next? You just saw a guy get murdered, dump the body,
Right.
an accident with a kid, and now banging a car. Where do you think it's going?
I just think it's going to keep getting crazier, but I'm going to talk about this.
She's obsessed with cars, right? And then she's going to keep stabbing people.
Jordan, where do you think it's going?
I had no idea. Like I said, after this literal car sex scene happened, I was like, could go anywhere at this point. So I had no idea. No idea.
Yeah, and where it went, well, I'll get into it, but I definitely wasn't expecting where it went, that's for sure. After this all happens, we cut to her waking up in the morning, and she's like bruised around her legs from this, and we see like her underwear, and it's like grease is like left over.
Motor
like,
oil.
She's
motor
leaking
oil, yeah.
motor oil, yeah.
Yeah.
Check that dipstick.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. She still lives with her dad, that we find out here.
Her mom too.
Yeah, well, right, but we met
parents.
the dad earlier. We met her parents.
Oh, right.
I'm not sure how old she's supposed to be, but mid-20s, we'll say.
Sure.
The news is on in the background, and it's talking about the guy she just killed, and it's saying it's the fourth one like this, and they're starting to speculate it's a serial killer. So now we can, with that context clue, we can put together that, oh, she's killing people all the time. So in my head here, I'm like, is she killing people to like satiate the car so it will have sex with her? Is she like what else is there about this?
That's quite a leap there, Jeff.
I mean, I'm trying to connect stuff.
His mind was popping.
Do you think this is like the first time she banged the car? Or do you think this is like an ongoing thing?
Well, that's what I'm.
Okay.
I'm just using what I have so far. As we find out, that's not the case. We never see the car again. Actually, her mom's around too, and says her stomach hurts, and I guess her dad's like a doctor or something. So she's like, have your dad check you out, and he's checking her out. You know, he said she's fine, and you know, it's probably because you had sex with a car last night. Like, you know, we cut to her making out with some girl, and she is like really, really sucking it, like biting it.
Wait, hold on. But there's also this thing with her and her dad. It seems like that her dad like hates her. It seems like,
I mean, yeah,
Well, there's some kind of weird like relationship there.
I would too.
yeah. Jordan's the dad, basically.
but like, it just seems like he hates her. And like, even whenever they got in that accident, you're like, he does not like. He's always been off like standoffish with her. It seems like is what they're pointing. And I've only seen 2 scenes with them together. So
Right.
Makes sense later on why like she's able to piece out of there.
Yeah. So, anyways, she's sucking this out of a It's that same girl who her hair got caught in, I guess.
Yeah, with the nipple piercings.
And to the point where she's like,
graphic. Yeah.
Yeah, to the point where she's like, get out of here, and pushes her off. Alexia gets mad and like storms off. And then she throws up. And now I'm like, did the car get her pregnant?
Because she also realized her belly, she's getting a baby bump.
Yeah.
She kind of puts her hand,
that's so
hand-
Very, very
puts,
quick.
puts her hand down there and is like, oh, there's motor oil. That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wrote, yeah.
this is so weird at this
It's
point.
very, very weird. And then she tries to abort her car baby with the chopstick thing.
Yeah.
Using the chopstick again because that's her way to like destroy things.
She's checking the oil.
Yeah.
She's checking the oil.
Because
man.
this movie's not like, at this point you're like, it's like, is it a murder movie? Is it like a serial killer movie, murder movie? Or is it like some weird sci-fi thing? Like what the hell? Like, because it keeps on going back and forth between her like being a normal serial killer type of thing. Like,
There's just so many metaphors going on here. That's just it's
what's
confusing.
a metaphor in banging a car?
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. I consult that movie Brian was talking about earlier.
Crash. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go. So yeah, that scene was way too long. Then she starts making out with her friend again, and right now we're 24 minutes into the movie.
She also does a pregnancy test and finds that she's actually pregnant.
Yes.
That's when she's in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's why she tries to abort.
Anyways, out of nowhere, she's making out with I guess her girlfriend or whatever. and she stabs her with that chopstick in her face. No clue why. Again, maybe she had to kill people for have the car to like come to life to bang her. I don't know. I was trying to make connections.
I was gonna say, I think she keeps trying to make connections with other human beings and can't make that relationship happen. So she keeps turning back to the car, which she had like a violent episode with.
Yeah. So as she stabs her friend and kills her, we find out there's more people in this house that she's in where she just killed.
Where are they right now? Whose house is this?
I don't know.
Well, I think it's like roommates type of thing.
Yeah.
They're all because there's a bunch of different people.
Yeah. She doesn't live there. She lives at home with her parents. So
no, her girlfriend lives there. The girl lives there.
Okay.
Took her back to her place.
She's able to walk home though to her parents' place.
Well, I mean, it might be within walking distance.
I mean, people do live near each other.
I know, but
it is possible.
They never established like whose house this was or anything like that.
You need like a map of the movie.
Jordan,
like a map
this could happen in your neighborhood.
Well, even she was like, "Who else is here?" And the guy starts naming people later on. I don't know. It was weird.
Jordan, we lived together. You could be. I could have been home, and you could have been home, and our other roommate could have been home, and we didn't know. You know.
Oh wow!
You had that weird bathroom, like
home?
that weird toilet that was like in your closet too. So like,
Yeah,
you had a closet.
I sure did.
That's interesting.
Yeah, you're like, you gonna live with us? I'm like, sure. And like, this is your bathroom / room / kitchen.
This is your.
yeah,
you gotta make your
the
food
kitchen was
here.
right there. Yeah.
Side note: one of my roommates,
right by my closet.
There's a hot plate on the bathroom floor for you. There you go.
You guys can cut this out later. One of my roommates came home drunk one time and out the second story window onto the sidewalk in front of my room. So
that's cool.
Interesting,
Yeah.
Interesting place to live.
Our friend paid his pants at a concert for $10 or something.
Yeah, 22. I was over Jordan's once, and we were walking back, I think, from the bowling alley to his house drunk, and I peed on a banister, and I said, a banister always pays its debts.
Not cutting any of that out.
This is what the
Classic.
podcast should be about.
Classic.
Cast.
I thought it was so funny when I did it, too, that I remember it to this day.
It was cold and there's steam rising too. So
There was. Yeah. It was a good scene. I'm glad you remember it.
All right, back to this movie now. Go ahead.
All right. So anyway, she ends up killing everyone in this house. I'm just going to gloss over that. And it's almost comical because this other guy walks out and he like has no clue what happened. And she like kind of hugs him and she's like, how many of them are you here?
I do think this, even though it's like it's crazy and over the top, I think at this point I'm like, this movie is kind of redeeming itself right now because it's so crazy the way she's killing people.
It was a well shot scene.
It's kind of fun. Yeah, it's very well shot. I think kind of funny at times too. So I was like, okay, I'm back in on this movie.
The first like 30 minutes, I'm invested. I'm curious. I'm like, what's happening? What's going to go on? Okay. So we establish she is a serial killer. She can't make human connections. She has sex with cars that can, impregnate her. Yeah. Yeah. Again, I'll drop another Tiffany. She said, Tiffany quote, she said, where is it? I can't find it. I don't want to go down in my notes, but she basically
says, I hump cars.
It says like the movie that asked the question, like, what if cars could?
She's like, Jeff, I'm leaving you for a car.
Oh, no, don't. How dare you?
She's like, this is why I like to drive up and see you.
Oh, wow. She listens to these, by the way, so you're going to get a comment or two about that.
Have you guys ever seen the movie Christine? Like the 80s movie?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, well, Chris, that's
Christina Ricci?
Yeah.
That the Stephen Hawking, right?
Stephen Hawking?
No, Stephen Hawking.
Good God.
Perfect.
Wait, Stephen Hawking, like the scientist? What
if Stephen Hawking wrote Christine?
Christine was Stephen King, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right, Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking, Stephen King. Oh my God.
Oh, amazing.
A master of terror.
Could you imagine the story they would write together, though? Jesus Christ. All right, go ahead.
All right. Yeah. She killed everyone in that house. She runs away.
Someone got away, though.
Someone got away.
One of the girls got away.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So she comes home covered in blood. Her dad sees her weirdly out the window at this point. Does the dad know about what his daughter's doing and is covering it up? I don't know. But we see her burning her clothes inside the house, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, why would you do this? And then it's very clear that, oh, she wanted to also burn the house down.
She was inside the garage, and it looks like one of those things where she just like loses her mind again and just lets it burn up the like wall.
I will say the camera shot of this was awesome, though. I was like, this is super cool looking.
Is it the one with her like in front of it, and it's like up around the wall and everything?
All up above her, like on the ceiling. Yeah, it looks super cool.
Like backdraft.
Yeah. So anyway, she goes upstairs, and her dad's sleeping with her mom. Her dad kind of like wakes up a little bit.
Not in the biblical sense, they're sleeping.
They're actually snoozing.
Yeah.
Sleeping.
He like wakes. They're asleep. Yeah. And there's like a key in the door we see. So she opens the bedroom door, takes the key out from inside, closes it, and locks them in, presumably killing them in this fire.
What a stupid door. You can't open it with it's so dumb.
It's old. It's old.
Yeah.
And
who
again,
knows?
what a main character.
Yeah.
So without going too much into where she ends up, does the fire part play a role, you think, into why she stays where she stays?
Maybe, but I didn't even think about that, actually.
What do you mean?
Because they're firemen that she meets.
She ends up with firemen. So I don't know. That could be a stretch, but I just thought about that.
Could be. No, that's a connection there.
I don't know. There's a lot to unpack in this movie.
There's connections there, but does it matter to you or me? Who knows?
Yeah.
No,
so,
it doesn't matter to anybody.
So anyway, she hitchhikes out of there. She's got a hoodie up. She eventually ends up in a subway. She's kind of like visibly panicked, like doesn't look too happy about things. And there's a wall of missing people she's looking at. It's saying things like, this person has been missing so long as a kid that they may look like this now. So this is very important. It may seem like an in passing detail, but it's very important in like a little bit, in like 5 minutes.
For sure.
A little bit.
Oh, also she sees that her face is now like on wanted posters and stuff. So they
it's
know
on the
what she
TV.
looks like. Yeah. So this makes her panicked. She sees these missing people and she must get this idea. So she heads to the bathroom. She cuts off almost all of her hair. I was presuming to look less like her police sketch at this point. But then she like shaves her eyebrows, binds her chest to alter her appearance.
Dude, this scene was rough.
Yeah.
Rough.
Yeah. I fast forward through this.
And while she does this, she like looks at her pregnant car belly too. And then she binds that, which ouch. Then she punches herself in the face to like basically rearrange her face a little bit to make her look a little less recognizable, kind of beat up.
I actually covered my eyes at this point when she's doing that, and the following scene, I was like, I can't watch this. I was covering my eyes.
Anyway, she's punching herself in the face. It's not quite working. So then she opts to smash her face off the sink. I wrote, laughing my ass off. Ouch. Here in my notes.
Jeff's like, yeah, hurt yourself. Yeah.
I didn't do it.
Well, I was just like, I know it's not real, but it was like, ooh, that would hurt a lot. So her nose is really f***ed now. It looks way different. And she actually laughs about this.
Well, of course.
The next scene, we're shown a man. He's talking to a police officer, you presume. They kind of give clues that this guy's here to pick up his son. The officer says, like, hey, we could do a DNA test to make sure. And the guy's like, no, you think I wouldn't recognize my own son? So here's where you're connecting back those posters of this kid's been missing for so long, they might actually look this old now. So this is connecting to that.
And it's also connecting to that police that news segment in the very beginning when she's with her. She's at the house after the car sex. Because they talk about the boy that was lost in the woods.
Mentioned.
Like, yeah.
Oh, is that right? I missed all that.
She was like, they were like, well, new evidence in this thing of this missing boy. He's been missing for this many years.
Oh,
And
wow. I missed
Fun
that.
or not so fun fact, guys. This was actually kind of
Brian went missing.
Yeah, I disappeared in the woods and I dug myself into a hole and just showed up later. No, this is actually, there was a real case.
I was just bored, so I went to the woods and dug a hole, guys.
I just dug myself in a hole and just like spun around and came back. So, no, there was actually a real case in 97 of a Frenchman who pretended to be a missing American boy from Texas at the age of 13 in 94. The real trick of this is
The accent.
not only the accent and the appearance was, ignored incensed by the parents and the family because they were just so desperate to find this missing child, right?
It was all the cigarette smoking.
No, it was just the fact. I think he was like 10 or 15 years older than what the child was supposed to be.
Yeah.
I was gonna say there's a really interesting film called The Imposter. It's a documentary that came out.
Yep.
Did you look,
It
guys?
was The Changeling.
Oh yeah. So yeah, it's crazy that I don't know if they use that as inspiration in this film, but I definitely got a hint of that.
We covered
What do you
that.
think
Brian,
about that?
Jeff
Mysterious
Jordan, you covered it.
Pals? Yeah, Brian, Jeff, Jordan covered it.
What?
Brian, Jeff Jordan.
He goes, Brian, Jeff, Jordan covered it.
Yeah,
Chef
just-
Jordan
what
covered
was the
it.
name of that kid?
We're just throwing out names to you got the right one, Chris. Is that what
Chef
happened?
Jordan covered it.
What was that boy's name?
I don't remember.
It doesn't matter.
It's like one of the most famous ones, instances of that, where some
Nicholas Patrick Barclay was the original boy that disappeared.
All right, this is definitely one.
Oh, and he went on to make those credit cards. Anyway. Okay, so this guy's here to pick up his long lost son. We see it's Alexia through the window. He's driving her home. He starts crying and holds her hand. He says, "You haven't said anything. Please say something." And you could tell he's relieved. So Alexia is pretending to be this guy's missing son.
Right.
So messed up. That's so messed up, man.
It's super messed up. Clearly, he's in a ton of pain, and now he's like relieved that he thinks this is his son.
You also don't really know what his profession is, but at some point in the car ride home, they're like, it shows a cause of concern for her because they're like, hey, there's an accident on so-and-so. So like, is this guy a police officer, EMS, or like fireman? She's
Right.
like, oh, what did I get myself into at this point? It was very quick, but
Yeah, and she tries to actually run away by leaving the car when he stops, and he chases her down. He's kind of like, he's older, but he is physically fit. He chases her down, and then he says,
find out why.
Yeah, and then he says, if anyone hurts him, he will kill them, even if it's him. He said he would kill himself if he hurt who he thinks is his son.
Also, you kind of see this little thing where whenever she picks him up from you don't really notice, know why he's saying. I was really confused by his whole backstory because I don't know, but you kind of find out later, but there's a reason why he didn't want to do the DNA test.
Well, and also why do you think that his kid went missing in the first place? Because as it goes on, as you see how he interacts with this version of his kid, you're like, did this kid leave because this guy's really weird and kind of a little touchy?
Oh boy!
Or was that for a different reason?
His kid was a little kid whenever that happened. They were on a camping trip.
It was a camping trip. Okay, all right.
Yeah, because they said in that newscast, it said they were camping in these woods and the kid went missing in the woods.
I missed all that.
I totally missed all that too. I actually thought the kid was definitely dead, but I'm glad you're filling in some gaps.
But there's a scene later I'll bring up because makes it's really confusing, but it leads to some other things. But I'll bring that up later.
Okay, man, maybe you caught
That's too much of a sweetie.
too many whoopsie doodles with Dad.
Whoopsie daddles.
Oh God.
or oopsie daddles, if you will.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. They enter some kind of gated facility. A guy says hello and greets this man as his captain. They talk briefly, and we learn that this guy's name is Conscience. Not really, but he's like, people call me that, which is stupid.
It's I'm not calling you that.
He tries to shake Alexia's hand, and she's introduced as Adrian, the captain's son. So it's confirmed here. Now, Alexia is Adrian, but not really. She gets to her room.
He's posing as Adrian.
Yeah, she's posing as Adrian. She gets to her room where the captain leaves her alone for a bit, and then she unbinds herself with much relief. And this sucks. It was you see all these wounds on her from it being so tight, which is gross. It must have hurt so bad. So she's got all this off, and then the captain comes in and she quickly rolls over and hides herself. He asks for her clothes to wash, and she silently asks him to turn around.
Belly's much bigger now at this point too.
Yeah, much bigger.
It's increased.
Which is not normal for a pregnancy.
No, yeah, it's a quick one, man.
For this film.
It's a quick.
Or maybe it is for this film. I don't know.
So then we see the captain with what I assumed at the time was steroids into his.
Yeah.
It's a tight shot on a tight butt.
Yeah, and we get it a few times too. He drops off the clean clothes for Alexia. She gets dressed. She rebinds herself. And then the captain puts a brace on her broken nose and starts shaving her head.
Oh, there's a quote which made me laugh because I don't think it was intentional. Like, because there's some funny stuff in here, but I don't think this was intentional. So as he's shaving her head and she doesn't want it to be done, he says, "You're starting to look decent," but like his haircut looked terrible because he just shaved like one half of her head, puts a hat on, is like, "You're starting to look decent now."
Yeah, it looked
She looked
good.
worse. She looked way worse because there's only half of her hair was cut off.
Yeah.
It was dumb.
He has a
Who
distorted
knows?
perception of things.
Let me take a step back here for a second and correct something. I said there was a camping thing, so I went back and watched that scene. It's the scene in the beginning with the kid is, it says it's 10 years to the day that the Adrian Legrand case, they're closing it because no new evidence is ever brought forward. So this is 10 years to the day that this little kid that she poses as was missing, and they actually closed the case because no new evidence, and it went to where he was in the Paris region.
That's even more messed up on her part to like take advantage of that.
Well, clearly she doesn't think of other people's.
Clearly, yeah, she's a serial killer.
Very true.
So.
Very true.
Okay, so we find out they're firemen at this point, I think.
Yeah, because when he's working out and getting off, you can see there's fire trucks in the background.
Yeah. And then Alexia walks into the room of the firemen. They're preparing food, and they kind of make fun of how Alexia looks. And then the captain comes in and basically says it's his son, and he says, "I'm God to you, so my son is Jesus, and remember that." So they're like, "Yes, sir." And then he leaves, and they start making fun of, her appearance and stuff because she looks kind of, beat up and a little ridiculous. And, I think they kind of think that maybe it's not his son, but they don't say anything. Anyway, they're doing like a simulation for fighting fires, and the captain sees a burnt child that's not actually there. So this is where I thought, was that his son?
Yes, that's what I wanted to bring up.
Okay.
Is that his son? And is that why he went missing and he was covering it up?
Right.
So he knows, is this saying that he knows his kid's dead and he knows that this isn't actually his kid?
Yeah.
So this was where I think that's it. And when you said the camping thing, I was like, wait a minute, that ruins everything I thought.
I was confused by that. But yeah, he's missing. They talk about him being missing, but like they don't say it. But it doesn't say it's a fire though, too.
No, it doesn't.
In the
but
newscast,
it definitely comes back around for the character later. That
yeah.
In terms of that and acceptance, but yeah,
that's actually a good point you brought up there, Chris. Because I didn't think of it that way, but I did think of it as like maybe an experience in the past where he saw a dead kid burning, and he's just like anything doing with kids dying or missing kids.
That association,
yeah, but that makes more sense though. Now that I think about it, you brought that up, Chris.
Maybe his kid died in this kind of simulation. They covered it up or something like that. So then he knows that his kid is dead. There's only a reason why they'd have this scene in there.
Would the wife not know that though?
Right.
But she did say, we'll talk about that with her.
Or it's just the grips that he can't let go.
Yeah, and she is obviously very skeptical, but like she's doesn't buy into anything way later.
He's ignoring a lot of things.
Yes, yeah. Because he wants to believe
it. It doesn't point to the fact that like his kid burned, right? But like they don't talk about that in the movie, in like the newscast. Like it doesn't really point to any other reason why the kid would have like burned.
No, they might want you to fill in the gaps like that. Maybe just,
Yeah. Okay, so that scene happens, and then they're eating dinner together, and the captain is like, please say something to, his son, who he thinks is Adrian.
And you see how bad this haircut looks that he gave her.
We're really stuck on that haircut.
I'm so upset by it. He's like, you look so much better now. Like, no, it looks worse.
Yeah, he ends up noticing something on her shirt, some sort of stain, and I can only presume it's from the wounds from her binding herself. He wants to see, she won't let him, and then she tries to leave, and the door is locked. She takes out I'm just going to call it the chopstick, even though I think it's for knitting. And, we think, okay, she's going to attack him. He puts music on and starts dancing really weird.
This becomes a theme throughout the movie, the dancing.
Yeah. Then he grabs her to dance and starts like smacking her in the face a little bit. They sort of fight. She tries to stab him. He doesn't let her. And he asks, why is he always trying to leave when he's home? already, and he gives her the key to leave, and she leaves. We then see him doing some more steroids. Doesn't end very well. He falls down. He's convulsing. Maybe he has a heart attack at this point. I thought he died here. He ends up not dying.
I did too.
But then we see Alexia walking, and she gets on a bus. And right now we're about halfway through the film. I feel like once she got to the fireman house station, whatever you want to call it, it started to tone down a little bit. But I mean, like anything outside of like having sex with a car, I guess is considered tame. So,
well, yeah. It takes a lot of interesting turns, this film. Yeah,
it does. It does. She's sitting on the bus, and some bros get on this bus. They're saying a bunch of dumb shit to another woman. Alexia notices this, doesn't seem happy, and the other girl kind of looks at her, who she's still in disguise and kind of seems to want help. We then cut, and she's in some random house. She finds the captain. I'm not sure what that bus scene was about, by the way. That just kind of happened.
Other than she wants to go back and actually she realizes like maybe this is not the good way to go, or like she has a thing, like something with him. Like it's obvious she has a dad issue.
Right.
Yeah, but also with the dad, there's some weird thing going on with him too. Like not only just like you find
they're both messed up.
Yeah, I mean, like you realize like he just wants his son back, and that anyone will take its place. But also like some even later on, there's some like weird sexual thing going on there too.
But he knows that he's not
weird.
her. He knows that she's not his actual son.
Yeah, right. But it, like that dynamic though, calls her his son, but like there's still a weird sexual thing. It's very
but that at that point, well, anyway, whatever. We'll get to it.
Well, this director, I read back a little bit. What she tried to do with this movie, and she did a movie before this called Raw, that was about a girl that would just eat like raw meat and stuff like that and got obsessed with it and things like that. But both of these main characters, I guess what the director was going for was to defy all odds of being loved by someone else, and no matter what that character did. And so this character does a lot of crazy things in this film, at least in the sense of their lifestyle, right? Like what they're doing with their life and what they're, obviously with the car connection, whatever that is. But it's like, yes, there was the accident with the car that happened, but because she was affected by that for the rest of her life, how does she deal with that in the rest of society fitting in? Like, because she doesn't have this connection with other human beings.
I know what you're saying, man. Like,
yeah.
Like, there's definitely some underlying metaphors, and I think it's also the two of them meeting each other at the exact right time.
Right. Exactly.
Like he's looking for his son,
right?
But in reality, he's just looking for someone to love him, and she's looking for someone to accept her for who she is. And they're kind of intersecting at the right time.
They're both at such extremes in life. Like she needs to be accepted by somebody, whereas he's looking for his son in some kind of form, whatever that is. Right. So,
and it happens at the opportune time for both of them.
Right.
Yeah, Chris, I guess you're right. Like she was on the bus, sees, the world's like this. I forgot, and goes back to the house.
I thought she was going to murder all these guys.
Yeah, I thought she was going to pull a murder, but
Me too. I was kind of disappointed she didn't.
She couldn't take on the dad.
Well, that's different. That wasn't as sneaky. He like saw it coming, right? They were kind of like wrestling a little bit already. Whereas their other kills were like, she had the element of surprise, kind of.
But it sets her up to be a real bad at the beginning of the movie, and then it's just like, nah, she's just a whiny little piece of crap.
That's true. Yeah.
Like I thought she was just going to be killing people.
But the only time she's successful is the element of surprise with her, though. Like vulnerable situations. Even
the one guy she kills after he kills her girlfriend, she like actually fights him, kind of.
That's true, yeah.
With a chair, like she actually takes him down.
Well, he's not injecting steroids into his ass, Chris.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
She just find the right connection with him,
So she finds the captain on the floor and is like, we see her with I think she had the chopstick in her hand, and she was gonna kill him, and she can't bring herself to do so. Then she shaves her head.
Yeah.
And she calls him Papa, like the first time she spoke, while he's like unconscious, and like slaps him in the face. He doesn't wake up. After that.
How do you feel about the haircut, Jordan?
It's much better.
Okay.
She looks better look. More respectable at this point.
Yeah, she had to fix it. So then I still thought he died there, but he doesn't. Anyway, we see Alexia's looking through Adrian's things. She finds a dress and puts it on, presumably because, she wears dresses and stuff.
So that is a weird scene, though. Like, why the hell is she putting on a dress?
It is weird.
Because then she's like shows her belly.
Yeah, she's kind of. It's almost like a pregnancy dress, kind of like it.
Oh, maybe because she's seeing her. The picture she was looking at was of the mom being pregnant with Adrian.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, the captain walks in. She hides in like the cupboard or whatever. The closet. Yeah, thank you. And
she's the idiot in the cupboard.
Yeah. And then he finds her, and then we find out, Adrian used to wear the dress and stuff, and he says, they can't tell me you're not my son. So this just further deludes him. Oh, we cut to them on the scene of, a call. A lady lets them in and says her son or somebody seems to have overdosed.
And there's no urgency by them at all during this, which is crazy to me.
Well, that's how they act. They're trained.
Well, yeah, you got to stay calm. Yeah. They try to revive.
They're slowly walking into the house, and they're just like, you're supposed to get in the house, take care of this person. They're just like, oh, okay. All right. Well,
yeah.
How's he doing? Okay.
Also, that lady's like just saying weird shit. She's like, I don't know if she's in there with a guy, if he's in there with a girl.
Yeah. They try to revive this guy, and then the old lady passes out, and he's like, oh, great, she croaks too, basically.
He says, now she's croaking too?
Yeah. Alexia's there, like, kind of panicked, like, So he guides Alexia through CPR, funny enough, using the Macarena. And she ends up saving this person's life. So she gets, like, this connection with her fake dad through saving this person's life.
Here in America, we use "Staying Alive" for when we're doing CPR.
That's right.
Born in the USA, buddy.
Yeah.
Did the guy survive?
I don't think we find out any of that. I think it's just, they had this moment together and they kind of bonded, and it doesn't really matter what happened to these jabronis.
But there's also a thing with her and the other guy on the team, Conscience.
Yeah, this wants to get back in the ambulance or the whatever.
He kicks him out. The captain kicks him out.
Yeah.
And say, go call for backup. And he's like, well, shouldn't I stay and help the lady? And he's like, no, Alexia or Adrian will do it.
Yeah. So then they're in the back of the ambulance, Conscience and Adrian, Alexia. And Conscience is looking at his phone, and he sees the mugshot of her pop up and kind of puts it together. Now he knows. Cut to a fireman party.
Yeah, these are crazy.
It's like a rave with just a bunch of firemen. They're just a bunch of dudes dancing and smoking cigarettes in like a very purple, black lit place.
I was like, I know who this band is. I was like, I had to like Shazam it. I was like, oh, it's Future Islands, which a band I like. But then I started looking up music from like the Motion Picture soundtrack.
Yeah.
And some of the names of the songs on the soundtrack are pretty great. One's called Beach Puke.
Nice.
Okay.
One's called Car.
Oh,
fitting.
Guess when that plays. That was interesting. Go on, Jeff. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah. So there's just a bunch of dudes dancing and cigarettes being smoked. We see Alexia smile for maybe the first time in the movie. I'm not 100% sure about that, but it's been a long time since we saw her smile. She smiles here. We see Conscience ask the captain to talk. He says it's about his son. It's important, and then he just says, "We don't ever talk about my son. Don't talk to me or my son ever again." I read.
This is a long scene. It's just them dancing, and it kind of like there's a similarity between the car scene when she's dancing. So is it supposed to be like a?
It's real sexy, Jordan. It's real sexy scene in these movies, baby.
But like her joy comes from dancing on cars. Is there joy dancing after saving lives or something like that? Like, is there something going on?
Oh yeah, you get so hot when you save a life, Jordan.
Like a juxtaposition, not necessarily. That wouldn't be the right word. Juxtaposition, but like
like an opposite.
Yeah. But like it's similar at the same time though. It's a gives them gratification, but it has to do with dance.
That's interesting. Yeah, I didn't.
Because you got to dance, bro. You got to dance when you save someone.
Because I was like, oh, this dancing's gone on for a long time, but the same part at the beginning of the movie where she's dancing in the car, like they're really like showing this for a very long time.
So you're trying to say that they get off whenever they save lives, and she gets off when she's in the backseat of a car,
right?
After she murdered
Didn't
someone.
you ever finish once you pulled somebody out of a wave pool before? Come on, man.
When's the last time you completed from saving the life?
Jeez.
Call 1-800-COMPLETE and we'll save your life.
God.
www.complete.net.
Oh, boy. Anyways, thank you to all our EMS workers out there listening to this.
Make sure you...
Hey.
Okay. So after the captain says, don't talk to me or my son ever again, Conscience goes over to Alexia and tells her to crawl back into whatever hole she came from, kind of letting her know that he knows. This kind of makes her get up and dance with the captain, and she smiles, almost to like rub it in his face. He picks her up and spins around the room. They're all
weirdest I've ever seen. What the
Yeah.
hell
Yeah, well,
is this
so
scene?
all
far in this
laughing.
film, yeah.
He has her in the what's that called? The torture rack, and he's like spinning her around. And she's like,
They're happy. They're just happy, man.
yeah, but
Everyone's
like
happy.
then her
Good
face when
time.
she gets down, is she in pain or is she like get off? Like what is going on?
Was that called the $1 Million Dream? And who did that? Was that Ted DiBiase?
What, put him to sleep?
$1 million man.
What was his special move? I forget.
I think it was $1 Million Dream. I think you're right.
Yeah, that's right. I'm right.
But what's when he puts her down? Is she in pain or is she like?
She looks sick. Well, probably because she's pregnant with a car.
There's
baby,
a lot going
so-
on with this lady.
I think there also might have been a release there too.
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out because she like kind of does both because she puts her head
some
back. I'm
motor
like,
oil. Yeah.
She's juicing up.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
someone, yeah, filled her up.
All right.
Topped it
All right. So the next scene,
Valvoline.
and he says, "Hey, mom's here," and we see a woman look at Alexia like, "No, God, it's a weird
It's a real
moment.
Jiffy Lube. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
a real, yeah.
A little iffy
boy.
lube. Iffy lube.
I'm feeling iffy, Lube.
Oh man.
Sorry, Jeff.
All
go
right.
ahead.
They have dinner. The mom's talking. Captain, do we ever find the captain's name out? I just call him Captain, I think. Anyway.
Vincent.
Captain lets the ex-wife know that the son doesn't talk, and he said, "I looked it up, it's normal." So we find out he's been living next to an empty room with his son's things, which really hammers home the fact that he was having a very hard time, with the loss of his son. Alexia then leaves the table.
The mom also whispers something in her ear too before she leaves.
Yeah, and then so it's the captain and the mom alone at the table at this point. And then they're alone. The captain says, the first thing he says is he won't let her take him. Then she says she doesn't want him, assuming she knows this can't be their son because presumably the son is dead from a fire.
I wonder if the mom knows that.
I mean, yeah, that's true too. That's definitely possible.
That might be something he might be hiding.
Yeah. We then get a super graphic scene of Alexia scratching away at her very pregnant stomach. And it's exposed. It's her skin. Her body is so battered and bruised from the constant binding. This scene is very gross. She scratches so hard, she tears like a hole in her stomach and motor oil starts coming out.
Yep.
Which now that the movie's gone on, I think the super weird car baby seems so much more odd and out of place in the next 30 minutes than like how it started.
Yeah.
I'll go on this later, but like the car stuff, you don't need any of it. You're trying to send a message, like you don't need it.
Yeah. I'll get into it, but I kind of wish this movie picked a lane, pretty much.
Yes. Yeah.
Shut up.
Hey, but
Oh, I see what you did there.
all right. I actually didn't even mean it like that, but hey, I'll take for free jokes. Anyway, she's punching her baby car stomach. We see her trying to bind herself again in a ton of pain, and when she does, she starts lactating motor oil. Yes, she lactates motor oil, everybody. The mom walks into the room and sees this.
Did she see the motor oil?
Does it matter?
They don't show it. They don't show her belly or anything after. That actually shows if it's... No, they do a little bit here and there, but
They do, yeah.
But is it still on there when the mom's in her room?
Well, here's the thing: is like later on, there's like motor oil all over the place, but then like the bed she's in is fine. So it's like, is it all in her head?
That's what I'm wondering.
Like, did she just get pregnant from some random person? Like, who knows? Who knows? But
I didn't think about that.
yeah, I didn't either until right now. So honestly, like talking about this is making me like it more.
Nope.
But anyway, she grabs her stomach. The mom sees this. She goes in and she grabs her stomach and she says, "If you were me, if you couldn't mourn your kid, what would you do?" Then she says, "I don't care what your twisted reasons for exploiting him are, you just take care of him. He needs somebody. So clearly she knows that the captain is not well off. He does need somebody. And the fact that she's like willing to overlook this, because presumably it's pretty obvious to everyone else, right? Except for the captain, who it actually is obvious to. But anyway, we'll get to that. After that, we see another great bonding moment between the captain and Alexia. He asks her to help with his butt steroids. So they do that together. She asks if, she asks if his butt roids, self-injected, She asks if he's sick, and he says, no, I'm just old. They're talking now, which is interesting. So then we see Captain and Conscience out in the woods, and there's a big forest fire. Also interesting, his name is Conscience, right? Really weird name. So they're walking out in the woods. Chris, you said what? They found what out there?
So they walk up, when they're out in the woods, it's a forest fire. They walk up to this like mobile home, I'm guessing, to see if anybody's in it, because, they're trying to clear the area. And they go in, and he grabs a kerosene canister or like a propane tank from the mobile home. You would think that's used to heat the home. So I'm guessing like, okay, they're using it to like, he's doing that so it doesn't explode. So they're going to get it out of there. But then he hands it to Conscious, which is like,
is Conscious' actual name? I don't think Conscious is his name.
No, that's what they called him in the beginning.
Yeah, that he said, that's how he introduced himself. He's like, that's what everyone calls me.
Sorry.
So he hands him the kerosene can or the propane can to Conscious, and then he walks away. And it cuts.
There's this huge explosion. See.
You don't know. You don't know what happens, but I think they're alluding to the fact that this guy kept asking questions and kept saying he knew the real identity of Adrian or Alexia.
Right.
And the dad at this point knows that like that's not really my son, but like I just want to be happy. This person's making me happy. Stop asking questions. And gets him killed.
Yeah, so we see the captain. Yeah, he's on the ground. He gets up and he kind of sees Conscience dying. Also, I'm wondering, we know that there's scenes where like Conscience has shook hands with people and stuff, right? Is Conscience even real? Like, or is it Captain's Conscience and he's killing it? Like he's I'm going to just accept this person,
He's in the cooking scene, Conscience is.
Right. Yeah, but is he, I don't know. Like, so it could just, with a name like that, the name is too on the nose and like, it just, I don't know. Anyway.
It's a metaphor maybe? He's probably real. It's just like,
yeah.
Cause he's looking, who's he looking up in the thing, in the, the fire truck after that one call? Like, how do they say that he's not real?
It could have been the dad looking it up. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't give a shit. This movie sucks.
All right.
At the end of the day,
we see her in the shower. The baby bump starts moving, and she's bleeding motor oil in the shower. The captain comes in the room she's in. She covers up, and he asks if she is okay. He realizes that, right now, for sure, she is not his son. He says he doesn't care who she is. She will always be his son. Her towel falls off. He finally sees that she got, a bunch of stuff that his son wouldn't have. He covers her back up and leaves. Cut to a fireman rave.
Yeah.
Again, more dancing.
They're like moshing this time. Yeah, it's almost like they're like moshing a little bit. They're like pushing each other. And then we see Conscience burned in his hoodie briefly here, which leads me to really believe that he's not real.
Yeah, whose conscience is it?
Exactly. He wasn't looking happy in this, and that's the last you see of him. Anyways, they're like celebrating Alexia. They lift her up top of a fire truck, and then the song from the start of the movie starts playing. She's kind of swaying and dancing in a much more feminine way at this point, and they're kind of like, The captain walks in, sees her dancing. He pauses and leaves, and he gets kind of upset. Then she has sex with a fire truck.
Yep.
Then she cries. This movie's very weird. Right now, it's kind of reaching the climax. I'm hoping for a bonkers ending here. We see the captain drink something. He spits it on himself, and then he lights himself on fire. I thought for sure he was going to die again for like the third time, and then he doesn't. Presumably, he was overcome by his grief finally at the realization that his son is gone, right? While this is happening, Alexia is giving birth. Her stomach like splits open, and we see chrome or titanium peering through. The captain puts himself out.
How do you pronounce it?
Titane.
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 Alexia's just walking naked outside now to get to the captain. She walks into his room naked. He asks what she's doing, and she just gets in bed with him and like rests her head on his stomach. It's not sexual, but then she says she loves him, and then he says he loves her too. Neither of them look very happy when they say this. But then she starts like kissing his stomach and works up to his face, and then he pushes her off of him.
They've been like kind of alluding to this.
She tried to move here.
A little bit, but he's just like, yeah. And then he sees her stomach's leaking oil, and he's like, oh,
whoops.
That's not normal.
And she's like, please don't leave. I'm scared. Yeah. She pukes oil again, but then like certain scenes, you don't see the oil. I'm like, where's all this mess at? I guess, is it in her head? Is she just throwing up normal style? He flips her over and he starts to help her deliver this car baby. He's still calling her Adrian at this point, and then she says, my name's Alexia, and he immediately says Alexia.
What a weird thing to say. He flips her over to deliver a car baby. Like, it's a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is so dumb.
Her head splits open where the scar is. We see titanium peeking through. She's dying after giving birth. He starts doing CPR. He gives her a real kiss here, which is super weird. He cuts the umbilical cord. The baby seems normal for now, but we haven't really seen it. He lays down holding the baby. He uncovers it, and there's like a silver titanium spine on the side of his head. The end.
It's like kind of like her head wound thing, like the thing that's in her head or plate.
How's he gonna explain that to people? You know, like I have this titanium X-Men named Colossus baby now that I have to take care of.
Colossus.
Jinx.
So wait, do you think they're trying to say that the baby that the titanium they put in her head at the beginning like spread throughout her body?
I don't know. She seemed to already like cars though, with the vroom vroom sounds and stuff. But then maybe
because like she's full. Like if you look at her belly all ripped up at the beginning there, at the end there, after she delivers the baby and she dies, it's like all like titanium sticking through her skin.
You know what, man?
Okay.
I don't know.
There's a lot of levels to this movie.
And they're all stupid as shit.
How do you, Brian, one more time? How do you say it? That was our viewing of
Titane.
A Titane.
Oh, thank you, Jeff, for taking us through the movie of Titane. We're going to switch over here to the feedback section of the show, where we're going to give our feedback of the movie Titane. I'm going to ask Brian to go first. Brian, what do you say about this movie?
You know, this, like we talked about just in this, in the plot summary and discussion of this film, this film has a lot of like twists and turns. There's a lot of metaphors happening. There's references to just not being accepted by people around you or looking for some type of connection in life. And, you know, apparently this person found it with cars after being in an accident and having the cars f*** them.
You have such disdain in your voice. Apparently this person found it with cars.
Well, here's the disdain is because I just found this main character so unlikable. It's the truth. It's just like, yes, this person is going through a hard time.
Right off the jump. Right off the jump, she's unlikable.
Right.
Yeah, Jordan wanted her dead as a kid.
Yeah. Right. The kid was kicking the back of the seat at that point. But no, then once she starts killing people in their ears with hair chopsticks, it's just like I don't know if there's any redemption for this character.
Yeah.
So that's just my feeling on it. I just feel like there was interesting elements that they took from different, like either real life events or, you know, just what people have connections with. But as a whole, the characters just, you know, sucked. So yeah, that's my feeling on it.
Thank you, Brian. Jordan, what about you? What do you got to say about Titane?
Titane. I watched this twice. The second time I
go back.
The second time I put on 2 times speed, so it was to get through it.
Because you put it on 2 times.
2 times.
Were you in your car when you put it on that speed?
He watched it in his car illegally.
He watched it on the iPad in his car.
So I won't say what I feel about the movie. There's just questions I have. There's things I did like and didn't like. So the car thing seems solely inconsequential. Like, why have her have a car baby? Well, like, and then Brian brought up, like, you know, people might have these kind of fetish things. Okay. But like, why not just have her be impregnated and had it be a thing? It would still serve its purpose, I feel like. So it's like Jeff said earlier, pick a lane. Like, are we doing a gender kind of thing here going on? Or are we trying to, and they're like, let's do that, but also like, that might not sell very well. So let's make a weird horror, body horror thing kind of going on here. What's something weird you could throw in there? Oh, a car bangs this woman and she becomes pregnant. Or is it vice versa? Like, this car bangs a woman, she becomes pregnant, but like also make have more like a depth to it. More of a word for that.
Stupid.
more like meaning to it other than just being like this car banged this woman. So like either like it's that, or it's like this woman has an infatuation with cars, becomes pregnant by it, or it could be something like deeper and like, hey, that's not going to sell, so let's have her have a car from a kid or a kid from a car.
Yeah, there's a marketing gimmick.
So like,
what?
Either
Yeah, was it?
Is it like it's like a meme type of thing? Like, let's watch this movie. This chick gets pregnant by a car, and it's like a real deep bullshit.
So like, I don't know. Also, like, what happens to this baby? Like, is his dad going to raise the baby at the end? Like, people aren't going to ask questions like, why is this kid made of metal or titane?
Do you think? Jordan? Just to go off that, like, and this is for anybody who wants to answer, but do you think what was the purpose of her actually being pregnant in the movie, though?
So, I think
was it because she had to hide it?
I think it's here to hide it, and I do think there's an underlying, aside from the fact that she had to hide from being a woman, hide her identity, so she's a woman, she has to become a man. I do think there's an underlying something else going on there, which I could be looking way too much into this, but I do like that aspect of it, if that's the case.
I'm gonna hop in real quick. I like that she was pregnant, and then the end was the captain getting a kid again. Like that served its purpose, kind of. You know, like, you get it, right? He kind of got what he wanted, sort of.
From that relationship.
She kind of got what she wanted by a connection with someone.
Yeah.
Granted, it was a weird car baby thing, but
again,
you know.
so yeah, that makes sense, because like he's looking for his lost child. She was looking for someone else to connect with. He accepted her. That might not be what he wanted, but now he can like raise this kid as his own, and make things like redo what he might have done wrong in the past, or he thought he did wrong in the past with this kid that went missing. But like, why the car aspect of it? So that makes you think, like, were they supposed to do this movie one way, and they're like, add some weird element to it, let's do the car thing in there,
Right.
So people actually watch
or
it.
vice versa. Like, we're gonna make a weird body horror thing, but like make more of a deeper,
Draw 'em in.
make more of a deeper sub meta thing going on there. I don't know. That's
If someone told me that this movie was like, hey, watch this movie, it's about a chick banging a car and getting pregnant, I'd be like, okay. But
Sure.
that
sign me
was
up.
inconsequential the entire movie.
There's some good cheeks in this movie. I'll say that.
So your feedback is a bunch of unanswerable questions?
Yep. Just like this film.
Yeah,
All right, Chris, you
that's
go next.
that's life.
Yeah.
Hey.
Just deal with it, man.
Wow. Deep. This movie brings out the deepest of us. As I said in the beginning of this, when you hurt a kid in a movie, I understand the point of it, but I don't understand why she was hurt. Like, so I don't understand why they had to do that
She's
scene.
annoying. That's why.
Like, why did she have to have surgery and stuff? Like, does that just leading to like, oh, she's crazy. Oh, the titanium took over her body. Like, oh, this, like, what was the point of all these? Like, all these different things happen.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Why?
Like, why are they all connected?
I think maybe to show the point, it was out of her control. Like, she didn't make these choices in life; they just happened to her.
Is she becoming machine? Is she birthing another machine?
Hey, man, are we all machines? You know.
No.
Listen.
So what I think that this movie did to me was it made me angry.
Yeah.
Like I said in the beginning, like, I don't like car culture. That's just not me. I mean, cars are fine. It's not something I'm interested in, which is not a big deal. I don't really, do like what you like, whatever. Don't yuck someone's yums. You want to bang a car, go for it. Cool. But the whole story made no sense to me. Like, I get there is probably this deeper meaning that didn't make sense to me, that now we're talking about it makes more sense, but I don't understand why. It still doesn't make sense why they even bothered hooking these things all together. It was like from an acting standpoint, I guess it was fine. The actors seemed to be well acted. Again, don't really care about that part of it. Like, it's the story made no sense to me, but like I understand, like the acting was great, I think, in general. The story was like we've said many times, and I really think it's just convoluted and weird. Something not in a good way. There's a lot of like pretty gnarly like body horror type of stuff going on. Like watching her bind her body with a baby and stuff, that's just like it was rough to watch. And like the whole thing, like trying to abort her baby, like that whole thing was just like crazy. I just don't understand, and this is what makes me the most mad about it. Why did they make her a bad killer and then not do anything else with it? It was like they set up this whole revenge movie type of thing where like, okay, the car accident made her go crazy, and that would have been more interesting than what the hell they got, because then it turned into like a sad dad drama type of bullcrap that I was like, not interested in.
I didn't think about that, Chris, but you brought this up before in the other movies. Like I think you did it with Mortal Engines this season. And I think other movies are like they set this woman up to be like this amazing person, like do on her own, and just like the second act or third act is like she needs someone else to like help her, and like you're saying that they're canceling out what they're like setting up. So I didn't think of that you just said that.
Yeah.
For better or for worse.
Like two different movies in that.
For better or for worse, I don't know.
What was, and like I'm asking myself, like, what is the point of making her, other than having to run away? Did she have to murder a ton of people or like become a serial killer? Was she the serial killer? We never got an answer to that. I guess it's just left up for interpretation. But like, what is the point of this movie?
So both times during that breakfast scene when they're watching the news, I was like, this has to have something to do with her. I never put that together. Like it didn't seem like that. Like, yeah, they allude to it, but was that actually the case that she was this person killing people? So it made me think that she just randomly started killing people right until she killed that guy and then had sex with the car. But it still doesn't make sense to me. Why would she do that? I don't know.
Was she good at killing? Because she had that hair thing, but she couldn't kill the dad. Like it seems like there was a dad issue, and that like makes sense.
Maybe she also didn't want to kill him.
It was, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but it's just two separate. It's like seems like it was almost two separate movies. I don't know, but in general, that's my feedback. I just think that it was two separate movies. Actors were really well. I like the actors; they were all really good. Other than what they were acting was garbage. There was a lot of weird scenes that I just wasn't. I'm guessing maybe it's more of a cultural type of thing, of like different, the dancing scenes, like that type of setup makes more sense. It was just weird and not interesting in any way.
All right then. Well, yeah, I'll go. So I echo a lot of what you guys say about it. I do think, like I said earlier, I wish it would pick a lane, because the first 25, 30 minutes, I was like, where is this going to go? This is nuts. And then the next like 30, 45 minutes, I was like, it turned into like the Sad Dad show. It's much different tone. What the heck? I thought this was going to be just like this crazy, pedal to the metal, like insane stuff happening constantly. And it really tones it back from the start, like from her being this murderer banging a car to, ending up what we just talked about. And obviously I think there are really cool parts to the story, all the connection stuff, things connecting throughout. I think, they could have shown a different way of her not being able to connect to people aside from her having sex with a car. I think that's where it really lost me, is like, why add this weird fantastical element to this when it could have easily had the same story where she just didn't connect to anyone, and that was it. She just didn't connect to them. Like, we didn't need this weird like sentient car knocking on a door, hey, it's time to go.
That's what I was trying to say earlier. Like, were they, did this person present this script and like, you got to do something a little bit crazier, like to get people, get butts in the seats. So like,
it's true though. Like I mean, that was one of the things I had heard about it from my cousin, and I was like, all right, I guess this will be one to watch. I will say, well, maybe I'll save this for my thumbs up, thumbs down. I got something I think could have saved it completely for me. So I'll leave it at that. I pretty much, I'm glad I watched it though. I think it was interesting to watch once, but that's kind of it.
I think the cinematography was pretty good too, like in general.
Oh yeah, so what you said, all the acting, all the cinematography, everything looked amazing, everything was acted amazing. Like, this was done as professionally and amazing as you could have possibly done it. Just the story was just so convoluted and all over the place, and like
stupid.
and kind of stupid in some parts, right? So so I think that's the pitfall.
I'm gonna ask this to everybody. Do you think she was pregnant with a real child, or do you think it was actually not a real child? Or do you think it was like a
that's something I didn't even
baby?
consider to, like, we talked about it a little bit earlier. I never thought that in both my watches that wouldn't be the case. But now I'm starting to second guess that. Jeff,
what do you think?
I think it was a real baby, and we were seeing things, especially with, after thinking about like, oh, where's all the motor oil at on this bed, and like not seeing it, like, was that on purpose? Because it's not there, and we still didn't see it in some scenes, and we saw it on other scenes. So like,
because like blood could be blackish too,
but that was
dark
red. But then no, there were like scenes where it was like completely gone. I feel like I don't know if that was so that's, and then the guy being named Conscience and stuff, and then him dying and then showing back up, and like, so there were definitely some things that I think, was this just all in this person's head? Was it not? I do think it was a real baby. I think she just got pregnant by some creep weirdo, and or maybe, who knows.
Brian, what do you think? Was that a real baby?
I think that like this movie's in such a extreme state, not necessarily by the way like it looks or whatever, but like the way that people act and react to each other, and the way that, like, even like that sense where in that part where she kills all the people in the house right after the nipple ring scene, there's that discussion with one of the party goers. It's like so calm right before that she chases him and kills him. It's just like, the tone of it is so strange that I think that it has that dreamlike sense that, yes, that baby or this titanium, whatever was happening to them, could have existed. That, yes, that in the sense that she could have been having sex with cars in some weird fantastical sense. But in like, I think in the message in the end is like, she had this happen to her in her life. This is the card she was dealt, right? But she had such a hard connection with the people that didn't have the same experiences that she does or did, that she finally found that connection with that fire chief or whatever he was, right?
Man, you know what I'm just now thinking about? What if her dad was the father, and he like sexually abused her, and that's why she hated him so much? That's like, why else would she kill him? And he was like a doctor examining her. Like, didn't doing that her whole life?
The mom, but the mom's really non-existent too. So I think there's something going on there, I think, as well.
Yeah, we don't see enough of it. It's like maybe it's alluded to a little bit, but that would make things make a lot more sense.
I would just say this character, and this is the whole thing why I said she's unlikable, but she had such a hard time connecting with people, and that's why she started, like, I mean, granted, they were pushing themselves sometimes onto her, like sexually or whatever, even in relationship sense, but she just could not connect with these people, so she reacted violently.
Yeah.
And whatever the car connection was early in her life, and that she kept that, I don't know what that message is like meaning, but it's just something that was attached to her life. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, what I just said is making me rethink everything about it, because like You know, maybe the car accident freed her from her dad for a little bit, and that's why she liked the car so much. Like, I didn't think about that at all.
But does it exist if they don't say it?
Right. I guess that's the point. There's so much that you
They
just
didn't
gotta
even allude
like,
to that.
Yeah.
Fun fact, guys. The baby that was born at the end of the movie was the T-1000.
Oh, all right.
There you go.
I don't know what that is, but
What?
Come on, man.
So wait.
Chris.
Wait. Hold on.
Throw tomatoes at
Do
him.
you think her dad?
Such angry burp.
Yeah.
Do you think she connected with that guy, the Vincent, because they both committed murder?
Maybe.
There's a lot of layers.
Because he may have murdered his kid.
I don't know. I didn't see it that way, but I think that's a good point. Like the whole like seeing the kid in the fire. I just took it as like they found each other at the right time in their lives. Like they were looking for
That's
something.
what I agree. I think they were two wayward souls.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That seems a little more superficial. I don't know.
Yeah, like the whole thing with conscience. Like I get what everybody's saying about that, but like they didn't go out of the way to reveal that. Like as like a, stinger at the end. Like you do like a, rewind, and it's like this guy isn't really there. Like, so does it really even matter? Like count then?
Well, I mean,
because most people aren't going to realize that.
I think that's okay, though. I don't like when stuff holds your hand, though. But at the same time, like, now we have all these questions, right? And it's funny because the more we've talked about it now, the more I'm like, oh, maybe I think differently about this after now having talked about it for an hour and a half.
My opinion on this movie has not changed since I first watched it.
That's a good time to move into the rating. Let's go around and give it the PAL rating. Brian, you go first.
Sure. There are experimental films. I wouldn't even call this. I guess plot wise, it is very experimental.
Yeah.
Even in shot wise, it can be experimental. But there are films I enjoy and don't enjoy. I get when directors or writers are going for metaphors or maybe something visually they're trying to construct from an idea or whatever. And some directors work from dreamlike states or stuff they've seen in their dreams. It just, some things connect and some don't. And this one didn't connect with me. I didn't make that connection with the character. I understood where they were going with it, but it went to such extremities at certain points for what I felt was no reason other than the sense of being extreme that I just didn't enjoy it for that reason. So I'd give it a thumbs down.
Jordan, what about you?
So no, as I was watching this, I texted you guys a few times saying like, what am I watching? But I don't love this movie, but I like it. So I'm going to give a thumbs up because I didn't think at the end, it's one of those movies after I watch, I'm mad. But like, I'm like, why am I mad? Cause like, we'll go into this with our season recap, but like after watching The Great Wall, I was like, this movie was terrible. And usually when I watch or look at like an abstract piece of art, like a painting or a portrait, I'm just like, I get bad because I'm like, I shouldn't have to guess what this is about. But like this, I think, and a lot of times, same thing with movies, like I shouldn't have to guess what they're trying to tell me. But like, there's a lot of underlying things in here that I'm like, that makes me second guess my own preconceived notions about like what I'm watching. That I think they do a good job with, or maybe, I don't know if that's intentional or I'm looking way too much into it. But the questions I have make me like it more, make me like the characters more. Again, I think she's a terrible character. I think the acting's done really well, though. I did not see, like when I thought she got in the car with her dad, I didn't think that would be the rest of the movie. I did not see that becoming a father-daughter kind of family dynamic thing. I thought it'd be she's gonna kill this guy because this guy's a fireman and she's gonna have to keep going on the run. That twist, it wasn't really a twist, but like that turn of 180, like it wasn't what I wanted, but it ended up being, I thought, a pretty good twist or turn there. But overall, I liked it. There's some things I did not like at all. It was hard to watch some of the body horror stuff, like when she's breaking her nose in the bathroom. But
yeah,
I liked it overall. So I give it a thumbs up.
I'm going to go next and Jeff can go last. I did not like this movie. I thought it was confusing. The story did not have a payoff that I, did not. It had times that was interesting, but most of the time I was like interested in like, what the hell are they doing? Why are they doing this type of thing? So like, as I mentioned before, like the story's disconnected in like multiple ways that I just don't find interesting. But I did say that, you know, the acting was really well done. I thought the person playing Alexia was great. Vincent was like fine. He was kind of like really one-sided, I think.
Really?
Most of the time. Like he was, I mean, obviously he had like the internal kind of fighting, but like he was just kind of angry the entire time, except whenever he's smiling and trying to make out with her. It's just weird, but like the rest of the characters in the movie were just, you know, they weren't really present. Her dad was a weirdo, but they didn't really explore that story. Like I would have wanted to know that story a little more of that thing. And then the car stuff just like was like, this is so dumb. I can't believe they made this. But maybe it was like a, you know, kind of way to get butts in the seats, as we've mentioned. Yeah, I'm going to give it a thumbs down. Although the cinematography was great. There's some really cool scenes. I didn't really understand what the hell was going on with her head wound. I don't understand why they had to do all that other than trying to make some twists and turns here. Acting was good. That's about it. So thumbs down.
Okay. All right. And
Jeff, you're next.
Yeah, last me. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. Coming into this, I had no idea what to expect, aside from the fact that my cousin and I were talking about a body horror film that we both really liked, and he said to check this one out. I agree with everything, you know, all of your criticisms and stuff. I think there's definitely, it's not a perfect movie, but I do think that the cinematography was great. The acting was great. I mean, the soundtrack was even cool. You know, a lot of the shots, you know, I know the cinematography, but like specifically like the fire above her in the house and stuff. And like, you know, even some of the gross stuff, it was well done, right? It looked good, even though it was gross. You know, it started so like breakneck crazy and then it kind of slowed down so much and became like this, I don't know if heartfelt's the same way, emotional. It became like this emotional, you know, like diving into these, you know, the psyche of these characters and why they do these things and whether or not these things are real and stuff. Like, I do wish it picked a lane. I think if it started crazy and she's having sex with cars and like it's going nuts, like it would have been really something to see like that continue through. Like, sure, she has sex with the fire truck later, but like at that point it's like inconsequential. Yeah. And like if she actually like gave birth to like some crazy weird monster car thing that like then went out and like killed people, like that would be hilarious to me.
Yeah.
Granted, the tone of the movie is not that at all. But then alternatively, like the story about like the dad losing the son and having this hard time letting go because he presumably lost him in this fire and it's a horrible tragedy. And they're connecting because she couldn't connect to anyone because her dad abused her, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, that is also a great story, again, but it doesn't have that like weird shock value thing to it that probably was trying to get people to like, oh, you know, like, oh, this girl has sex with a car, watch this movie. And then you watch it and it's like, oh, it's not really crazy or funny or anything like I thought was going to be with that premise. So coming into this tonight to talk about it, I was going to thumbs down it. But then we talked through it and analyzed it. And now I kind of agree with what Jordan said. I don't love it, but now I do like it. So I think I am going to give it a thumbs up. I don't think I'm ever going to watch it again. But I do think it's a very interesting movie, and I'm all about, you know, movies taking a chance. And this one definitely took a chance. And the story was hard. You know, it took us, all four of us, talking about it for an hour and, you know, whatever, however many minutes for me to like, for it to resonate and sink in with me. But I do think at the end of the day, yeah, I'm going to give it a very cautious thumbs up, a like thumbs up.
So that's is that 2 and 2? Brian, you said 2.
That's a 2 for.
Got it.
2-2. So, is that the first time me and Brian have been on our own?
It might have been
island.
No,
you joined me on my island.
Though, is what he's saying.
No, you guys both didn't like Electric Apricot, which I didn't think.
Oh,
I thought Brian would like it, but he didn't. So
I like that island with Brian then. All right. Well, that brings us to the end of season 2 of the Watch Pals. The next episode is going to be the season finale.
That's right.
So look forward to that. Not too long after that, we will start season 3.
Yeah.
So look out for that on our socials. But again, we'll talk about that all in the season finale next week. Please leave us a comment on a podcast platform of choice. Give us a thumbs up, follow, whatever you can do to help us out. Please connect with us on social media. All those links can be found in the show notes below. If you have any questions or suggestions for a future movie, please send us an email at watchpals.show@gmail.com. Please don't send movies that are like Titane.
Wow.
Because that... all of those links can be found on the website at watchpals.show. Again, that's watchpals.show.
Hey, don't send movies like The Great Wall either, all right?
Oh, yeah, don't do that either. That's... You could just fart into your microphone and something to be better than that.
Hey, please send us your favorite farts. We'll play them live on air.
Yeah, yep.
We would like to thank Ben Miller for his logo art. You can find his work at the Instagram link below. And I want to thank you, Jordan, for being here this week.
Kick rocks.
Brian, I want to thank you for being here too.
Make sure you change your oil or your car will you.
Whoa.
Jeff, thank you for being here, for driving the ship this week, or the car, I should say.
Oh, wow. That's right. Vroom, vroom, baby.
And thank all of you out there in Watchland. Until next time, please set your watches for the next episode of the Watch Pals. Good night.